about to give them what they want. I don't think they're ready for this though. Beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode.
Ancient Egypt to this day. Here is the history of this ancient region explained. The grave sites became the target of tomb robbers. To prevent robberies, the ancient Egyptians designed pyramids to keep out looters, even filling in hallways with debris. Many tombs even feature curses, which included the mummies.
What's good, homies and homettes? So today's topic, people are asking me, tip for long cardio sessions. How do I get through those long cardio sessions? You know, the reason why a lot of people like to do HIIT is because you're able to burn a good amount of calories, you get those afterburn benefits, and you don't have to do long sessions. But what a lot of us don't realize about HIIT cardio is your muscles have to recover from those intense sessions because you're using fast twitch muscle fibers, and when your body has to recover from cardio, it can really hinder your weightlifting sessions. You might notice, especially if you're cutting, your weightlifting sessions might suffer. You might start getting weaker much sooner because of the HIIT cardio. So I know it sucks, but in most cases it's just best to add an extra 10 minutes of cardio, another 20 minutes of cardio, another day of cardio, maybe even another 30 minutes of cardio. There are a lot of people out here doing 45-minute sessions of cardio, some even an hour. It's really no big deal, guys. How bad do you want to get lean? How lean do you want to get? What I suggest for you, get you a good music playlist. You know, while I was doing cardio at 24-hour fitness and stuff like that, on the Stairmaster or the treadmill, give me a nice playlist, man. Some good music keep you going. Or what I'm doing right now, what I learned, try watching something educational or interesting. Maybe watch a podcast. You know, try to learn something new every cardio session. I remember during my awakening around 2020, I was going through a phase where every cardio session I have to learn something new that I didn't know yesterday. Even if it's something small. Just, I'm telling you, you'll be surprised how much your mind will get boosted after 2 months of learning something new every day. You'll be surprised the conversations you might start having with others. Learning something new every day. So, tip for long cardio sessions, good music playlist, or try to watch something interesting on TV or on your phone. Before we get into how much cardio you should start with, you already know, Cuss FTS Fat Burner. We got that 7 keto in there, great for metabolism and heat production. Do not miss out, guys. You already know, Just Grind hoodies are back in stock. These are perfect to wear during cardio. You know, especially if you're about to work out, you can wear a tank top under, get you a good pump first, and pull this bitch off. I have to wear a medium because I want my shit hugging. So how much cardio should you do when cutting? That's a good question, guys. Now this is going to vary person to person, but let me tell you something. Don't make the mistake of doing too much cardio too soon. It's all energy, guys. Shit. But yeah, first and foremost, guys, I actually have fat loss meal plans at beastmode316.com. So let me just give you an example, right? Let's say, hypothetically speaking, you start the meal plan, right? All my meal plans start with the calories very high. So let's say you start with the week 1 of the meal plan, right? I want you to do 3 days of cardio and let's just say 20 minutes. You know, I don't think you should start off with a shitload of cardio first. For the simple fact is, if you do an hour of cardio 5 days a week on your first week of dieting and you start losing weight, did you lose the weight because of the cardio or was it the diet? It's really gonna be hard for you to pinpoint things. Keep in mind, guys, it's all energy. I feel like the goal for your first week of dieting is to get to the middle ground. It's time, how do I explain it that makes sense? You know, get to a point where you can adjust very easily. So if you're doing your cardio, let's say only 3 days, 20 minutes, and you lost half a pound that week, right? You lost half a pound that week, and you did cardio for 3 days, 20 minutes, and your calories were at about, let's say 2,500. That's perfect. You know exactly what you gotta do. You only lost half the pound, so what you can do is drop your calories about 150 calories, right? And maybe add another day of cardio. So instead of 3 days, 20 minutes of cardio, you can go 4 days, 20 minutes of cardio, drop your calories down 150, and then do another week and see what happens. If you lost a pound or two that week, now you know where you're at. See, that's the best way to go about it. When you only make small incremental changes, it's very easy for you to adjust. One thing I learned about people who do a shitload of cardio, guys, is believe it or not, you can do a shitload of cardio and not lose a lot of weight. Have you ever seen fat boxers? There are some fat boxers out there. All boxers don't look like fucking Rocky and shit. You know, believe it or not, cardiovascular activity is heart activity. That's why it's called cardio. Cardiovascular activity is activity for the heart. You know, your heart can really get strong and efficient at doing cardio, and you can still be relatively high body fat if your diet's not in check. You know, so doing a whole bunch of cardio is not going to get you leaner. You really want to focus 100% on the diet and let the cardio be a supplement. Let the cardio help you. Let the cardio give you that extra edge. You know, cardio is very good for your heart health. It's very good for helping sweating out those toxins and impurities. It's really good for your mind too. I notice I get a lot of good mental clarity. I get a nice natural high when I'm on this motherfucker sweating, watching something good on TV, man, really stimulating my mind. So cardio has a lot of good benefits. But one thing cardio will not do is make up for your lack of fucking discipline. First and foremost, cardio should be supplemental, and you need to be focused on your diet. You know, let's focus on the diet first. You know, see what your calorie intake is first, and decide what macro breakdown you're gonna follow. Are you gonna follow a high carb, low fat? Or are you gonna follow a low fat, high carb? Are you gonna follow something that's really balanced all the way across the board? But most importantly is the calorie deficit. You know, let's pinpoint how many calories you're gonna take in this week and keep the cardio very low at about 3 days, no more than 4. You know, most of my clients, for the most part, I start them off with somewhere between 2 to 4 days of cardio. Not very much cardio, because I really want to see how much weight we can lose without doing a lot of cardio. That way we can add the shit in later. You know, the cardio is just a weapon. Just like Cuts FTS is a weapon. You know, don't take Cuts FTS and expect that shit to be making up for your lack of discipline. Diet should be first and foremost. So like I said, guys, start about 3 days of cardio, 20 minutes or so, no more than 30, you know, see how that goes. And depending on the weigh-ins you get for that week, you know, if you lost very little weight that week, you know, we can add a little more cardio and we can drop a little calories. If you gain weight that week, believe it or not, that shit can happen. If you gain weight that week, then you know we're going to have to drop those calories a lot more and add a little more cardio. If you lost a good amount of weight that week, if you lost 1 to 2 pounds that week already, you most likely just keep it the fucking same. You know, if you already lost weight the first week, just keep it the same. You're already losing weight at 3 days of cardio. Why do more cardio than you need? Because trust and believe, that shit ain't gonna last forever. You might get to week 3 or week 4 and you're not losing weight anymore. or you went from losing 2 pounds a week to only half pound a week. That's when you up the cardio. That's when you drop the calories. Anybody who's got my fat loss meal plans, the calories start very high. And I tell you on the fat loss meal plan, don't go to the next week unless you have to. If you're already losing weight on week 1 or you're already losing weight on week 2, don't go to the next week. Just stay right there. And then once you see progress slow or progress stop, then go to the next week where the calories are low. Then add more cardio. So like I said, guys, start with the cardio low and add as much as you go. Eventually you might be doing cardio 6 days a week, an hour a piece. It depends how much fat you got to lose. It depends, how long you've been dieting, your metabolism. This shit's gonna vary person to person. There's been times where I've cut and I've only had to do cardio maybe 4 days. And there's been times where I've cut where I did cardio every fucking day. That metabolism is a motherfucker. A lot of people don't tell you this. We'll talk about this in the future. But your mood can really affect your hormones. And if your mental state is affected, that means your hormonal state can be affected, because the mind is where everything begins. So, we're going to go through different stages in your life. Sometimes you might be going through a lot of stress, and that can really affect your cutting journey. So keep that shit in mind too. A lot of people don't talk about that. Everybody's talking about the calories in, calories out, but there are so many other factors that play when it comes to getting lean or gaining weight, man. You really gotta love what you do, and try not to let shit stress you out so much, because stress does add weight to the mind, and if it adds weight to the mind, it can add to your hormonal state. Hormones is everything. That's why motherfuckers take testosterone and things like that. It affects your hormones. But guys, age is not the only thing that affects your hormones. Stress can too. So try to enjoy what you're doing. Stay passionate. And, try to live life of purpose. At the end of the day, guys, bodybuilding is supposed to be fun. This shit is a lifestyle. And this is a journey. Every cut is somewhat different. Every cut I've had, of course, it's calories in, calories out. But for the most part, a lot of these cuts are going to be different depending on what you got going on in your life. So start the cardio low. See what the scale is showing you. See what the pictures are showing you. Add more cardio and drop the calories as needed. Any more fat loss related tips y'all want me to cover? Comment below. If I see some questions that I feel like could benefit you guys with another video. I love giving tips, because at the end of the day, I'm a full-time personal trainer, and that's what I love to do. I love to help people reach their goals. As always, thank you guys for your support. You already know. BeastMode316.com for just drying apparel. You feel me? We just restocked that Natural Booties Matter crop tops for the ladies and the tees. We got the programs on there for you. Macro-based online coaching. If you want to get some macro-based online coaching with me, holler at me at beastmode316.com. And you already know pumpsisters.com, you feel me? And tigerfitness.com for the subs, guys. I can't thank you guys enough for your support. Thank you so much for your support. Allow me to live my dreams. Your support does not go unnoticed, and I can't thank you guys enough. And like I said, guys, I'm going to spare you the hippie Jones shit right now. But again, the mind is very powerful, guys. The body works just like an electrical system. The chakra system is the human body's electrical system. It all starts with the mind, guys. You wouldn't believe how much your emotion plays an effect on your hormones. Okay, we'll talk about this shit in the future, but again, keep that mind strong. If you're really stressed out, worrying about a whole bunch of bullshit that don't really matter, it can really affect your hormones, your vibrational state, your hormonal state. The list goes on. Take care of yourself. Keep that mind strong. Talk to you guys later. balance before we fuck up these weights.